I'm going live on YouTube in a few minutes now.
Okay.
2 seconds. I'll get the link and share it to the group. So for people that are not able to join Zoom for any reason, they will be able to join on Zoom. Good.
Please, if you don't have your name on your Zoom account, you can click on your name on the participant option and then click on your name. You can rename yourself so I will know what to call you. You are welcome. You're welcome. Oh, thank you. Yeah, you're welcome. Please hang in tight, share the link so others can join. Thank you.
All right.
We have just few minutes before we begin this session. Please do us the favor of sharing the link so others can join. Thank you. You're welcome, Taiwo Kolawole. Mr. Taiwo Kolawole, you're welcome. Please, as you join us, ensure your mic is muted. Uh, we'll be starting in a few minutes' time. You're welcome, Mr. Taiwo Ayola Aderoju. Yeah. In the next 3 minutes, we'll be starting this program. Please do us the favor, do your friends the favor of sharing this link to them. Please, if your account doesn't have a name, make sure to click on your name on the participant option and then change it to a name we can call you. Thank you. In case if we want to address you. Mr. Damilola Awunuga, you're welcome, sir. Mr. Flash, you're welcome, sir. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. You are welcome.
Thank you.
In the next 2 minutes, we'll be starting this program. The next 2 minutes, we'll be starting this program. Ensure to have your writing materials. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us, everybody. Oh God. Okay. Please enjoy you share the link of this program to your friends. Ensure you share the link to your friends. You're welcome, Mr. Ifeoluwa Adesanya. You're welcome, sir. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, sir.
Mr. Elijah, you're welcome. Thank you for joining us. We are starting. Thank you for joining us. You're welcome, everybody. You're welcome. All right. Good evening, everybody. My name is Odi Joshua, and I'm honored to serve as the moderator for today's program, day one of our 2-day webinar, Leadership and Academic Excellence, organized by YALI Network, OGUN State, Tasued Chapter. YALI stands for Young African Leaders Initiative, a program dedicated to empowering youth leaders across Africa. Thank you all for joining us. The theme for this program is empowering future leaders, building skills for leadership, workshop success, and community impact. Over the next 2 days, we will explore various strategies and insights to equip us to success in these key areas. So before we begin, please ensure your microphones are muted during the presentations to avoid interruptions. Feel free to use the chat box for comments or questions, which we address during the Q&A session. Thank you for your cooperation, everybody. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us. So now to kick off this program, I would like to invite the YALI Ogun Tasued team lead, Mr. Abdulateef Adedeji, to deliver the welcome address. Over to you, Mr. Abdulateef, sir.
Wow, thank you so much, Mr. Joshua. Thank you, my amazing assistant team lead. So I'm so excited and delighted to welcome you all to the first maiden edition, yeah, first time maiden edition of this is actually the first program of YALI OGUN Tasued chapter, and I'm so excited to welcome you all to this event. The idea of having these events, it goes beyond launching YALI, go beyond introducing you to YALI, or it goes beyond announcing to students of tertiary university of education that we are here as an organization, as is an independent organization in the campus that is also committed to empowering leaders in the school. But then this is actually is also a program that is intended to empower student leaders, empower future leaders, and we have curated four major areas, four key areas that we believe every member of YALI should be very versatile in. Not just member of YALI, any leader or any student leader, any person who wants to lead, whether in school, whether outside of school, should have. And because we're also dealing with school, majorly in school, we have to like talk about one of the most important things that we are here to do in school, which is academics. So we're going to be having speakers who have results. These are not speakers who just get. These are speakers who have a range of years of experience, training, speaking, but not just doing. Who are also leading in various areas of their life. Who have been doing this for a lot of time. We have speakers that are going to be covering what leadership is all about, fundamentals of leadership, strategies for academic excellence, workplace skills. What are the skills you need to have in today's workplace, in this world of machines, world of AI? And then also going getting introduced to what community impact is all about. As leaders, we are all expected to make difference. We're all expected to go beyond what we can just do for ourselves. To start thinking of, okay, how can I impact the world? And when we say impact the world, it can sound as a big something, but trust me, it starts from your app, from your community, it starts from your vicinity, it starts from you passing around the corner and taking a sachet of water, putting it in the right place. That's part of what it takes to make a difference. So these are what we're going to be dealing with. So in this program is aimed to empower you with everything you need to start a leadership journey, and also to also introduce you to what YALI is all about, and hopefully get you to join YALI if you are not yet a member. So I want to appreciate everybody once again. Thank you so much for being here. To all our speakers, thank you so much for agreeing to do this with us. To everybody that's joined, thank you so much for being part of this. My able moderator, thank you. To the leadership of YALI Network Ogun, led by my boss, Mr. Adeoju Taiwo, is also here now. Thank you so much for this opportunity. Thank you so much for taking YALI beyond, taking YALI or bringing YALI to Tasued. We appreciate it. We don't take it for granted. Thank you so very much. Over to you, sir, my moderator. Thank you, everybody. You're welcome.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Abdulatif, for the warm welcome. Thank you so very much. And if you are just joining us, please do well to mute your mic. Thank you. Thank you for coming around, everybody. Don't forget to share the links. Don't forget to share the links to your friends. As we move on, don't forget to share the links to your friend.
Yes.
Okay. Now it's my pleasure to introduce to you our keynote speaker, Mr. Aderoju Taiwo. He's the YALI Ogun State Coordinator. He will share his insights on leadership and academic excellence, perfectly aligning with our team, empowering future leaders, building skills for leadership, workshop success, and community impact. Mr. Aderoju, the floor is yours, sir. Are you there, sir?
Thank you for having me, Mr. Moderator. Confirm if you can hear me, please.
Yeah, we can hear you, sir.
All right, thank you very much. Good evening, everybody, and compliments and happy New Year to every one of us. I'm excited and also anticipating of what the year has in store for us. I believe it's going to be a great year for every one of us. Before I proceed, I would like to say kudos to the organizers, the team leads for Tasued, as well as every team members. Also, I would like to recognize the presence of our facilitator for today's training, who is also a past coordinator of YALI Network Congo State in personal Mr. Ifeolu Adesoya. Thank you so much for joining us, sir. My name is Taiwo Aderoju, and I'm privileged to be serving as the state coordinator for YALI Network Congo State. It is with great joy and excitement that I welcome you all to this important workshop on empowering future leaders. Let me say to you all that today should mark or marks the beginning of a transformative journey where we gather not to only learn about, but also to inspire one another to take steps needed to make a lasting impact in our communities. Now, when we're talking about leadership, it is not just about titles, because people think it's about title, but it is a responsibility. It is about vision, accountability, and the ability to lead with empathy and purpose. I will try to rush through my speech because of time. And as we embark on this workshop, we are focused on building skills for leadership that will prepare each one of us for the challenges and opportunities ahead, whether it is communication, problem solving, decision making, or what have you. These are the tools that will help us shape us into the leaders who can effectively serve and make a difference. Also, this will enhance us to be at par in our various spaces, from academics to organization to community impact. Now, leadership does not stop with us. It extends to the community that we serve. Like my team leader said, YALI, we're still coming back to that. So our action, both big and small, can ignite change and inspire others to follow. That is why, as we walk through today's session, let's remember the bigger picture. The success of this workshop is not only about the knowledge gain, but the impact we will create in our communities. So I want to encourage you all to engage, share your experiences, and take full advantage of the resources around you. And I believe that together we'll develop the skills needed to build stronger, in more resilient communities, and lead with the confidence that our efforts will drive change. I hope we'll have more things to do together. Let's make exploits together. Let's have your success stories, and I believe it's going to be a great session today and tomorrow. Thank you so very much for having me.
Thank you, Mr. Taiwo. Thank you for the inspiring keynote address. We truly appreciate your words of wisdom. Thank you, sir. Now to the next, we would be welcoming, I would like to invite the Senator Tomide Abidakun, the SCG president, to give his welcome address. Over to you, Senator. Are you there, sir?
Good evening.
Good evening, sir.
Please, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, sir. Can hear you, sir.
Okay, thank you. Good evening, distinguished guests, esteemed members, and all fellow students, Tasued, and all participants. I am trying to welcome everybody to YALI Network OGUN Tasued chapter to a 2 days powerful program event, proudly as the co-host by the Student Union of Tasued University of Education. It has already marked a milestone for our collective journey towards unlocking our leadership potentials. So, as the Student Union President of Tasued, I am delighted to partner with YALI OGUN in bringing the transformative experience to our community, our institution at large. This virtual event is designed to equip everybody with powerful insight into leadership, workspace skills, academic excellence, and community impact. And over the next few hours that we are going to use on this virtual event, and I know that you will be engaged with the renowned experts thought leaders and peers who will share their passion for growth and positive change to us. And also, we will also gain valuable knowledge, practical tools, and inspiration to step up, stand out, and make a meaningful difference in our world and our community, most especially in Tasued. So, as a young leader, we recognize that our generation faces unique challenges and opportunities. That is the reason why we are proud to be co-hosts of this 2 days powerful visual event, and we must bring our collective energy and to create a brighter future for ourselves and community. So this event is more than just a conference, it is a call to action and it is an invitation to join a vibrant community and change maker. I would like to extend my sincere appreciation to the host of this event and leaders who are committed to shape our world, our institution into a better place and a good light. So I would like us to embark on the journey and let us learn and grow together. Let us inspire one another. Once again, welcome all Tasued to this YALI Network OGUN Tasued chapter virtual, a 2 days virtual event, and I'm looking forward to connect with you throughout this program. I so much appreciate you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Senator Tomide, for your words of encouragement. We really appreciate. Thank you for joining us, sir. Thank you for joining us, sir.
Thank you, sir.
And yes, thank you everybody for joining us. You're welcome. Please do well to share the link of this meeting to your friends. Do well to share the link to your friends. Please help us share the link to your friends.
Sure.
So right now, we are privileged to have one of our trustees in our midst this evening. We are privileged to have Dr. Amura Waye, the Sub-Dean of the College of Science and Information Technology, with us today. Dr. Amura Waye, you are up next, ma.
All right. Good evening, everyone.
Good evening, ma. We can hear you.
Okay. So just to be sure that you can hear me.
Yeah, we can hear you, ma.
Okay. Standing on existing protocol, I welcome every participant on the platform this evening to the first of its kind visual program organized by YALI with the theme Empowering Future Leaders in Building Skills for Leadership, Workplace Success, and Community Impact. So I'm convinced that those who have taken time to join this online program, they are leaders in making and also leaders that want to step up. So I want us to know that as a student, as we navigate our academic journey, it is essential to recognize that our education extends far beyond the classroom. The skills we develop, the relationship we build, and the experiences we have will shape our future as leaders, professionals, and active citizens. So to become effective leaders, we must develop essential skills that I believe this program will expose us to. And also to excel in the workplace, there are some skills that we need to focus on. And I believe that this program will as well expose us to that. To make positive impact also in the community, there are skills we need to display that I also believe that this program will expose us to. So, to make a positive impact in our community, there are skills we also need to display. So I'm convinced that this program is promising to take us through all these skills and expose us to them. So in conclusion, as we strive to build skills for leadership, workplace success, and community impact, we must remember that learning is lifelong. Relationship matters a lot, and impact starts locally. So we must embrace this principle in addition to all the skills this program is going to expose us to today to become a leader and a successful professional and a force and somebody good in our community. So thank you. I welcome everybody once again, and I appreciate the organizers of this program. And I believe this program is a promising one for us to be a better leader. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so very much, Dr. Marawaye, for sharing your invaluable perspective. God bless you, ma.
Amen.
Now, on to the next. We now move to our first session, Strategies for Academic Excellence, led by none other than our team lead, Mr. Abdulateef Adedeji. Mr. Abdulateef Adedeji is an inspiring academic coach and advocate for excellence. Abdulateef Adedeji is an award-winning academic coach, accomplished educator, and a passionate advocate for student success. As the pioneer team lead of the YALI Network OGUN, Tasued chapter, Mr. Abdulateef exemplifies leadership, vision, and an unwavering commitment to excellence. Emerging as the overall best graduating student of Tasued with an historic CGPA of 4.91, Mr. Abdulateef's academic journey is a testament to resilience, focus, and determination, inspired by mentors and driven by a passion for impact. He upgraded his goals to set and achieve remarkable milestones while at Tasued. He served as Vice President of National Association of Mathematical Science Students and organized tutorials that impacted over 1,000 students, including myself. Mr. Abdulateef has also been at the forefront of initiatives that promote academic excellence and leadership. He played key roles in the maiden edition of TEDx Tasued and the Finance and Leadership Summit. Demonstrating his dedication to empowering others, he also championed events like the International Day of Mathematics and Future of Education Summit, fostering innovation and academic growth. Through his story, Mr. Abdulateef inspired others to aim high, work hard, and believe in transformative power of education and leadership. His journey proves that excellence is achievable with intentionality and right support system. Please, sir, you can take the stage.
Wow, thank you so much. Thank you so much, my amazing moderator. Thank you. I'm so excited to welcome everybody here once again. Thank you so much for being part of this session. It's really humbling and it's really a big privilege that I have the honor of being the first speaker in this event. It really means a lot to me. Thank you so much for being part of this. I'm going to get started now. Just give me a second to share my slide. So today we're going to be talking about academic achievements, studies for academic excellence. Okay, and this is something I'm very, very passionate about. And the reason for that is that for me in my life, one of the things I love doing so much is if I if I've achieved something, I always want to find a way to also help other people to achieve the same thing. So when it comes to academic excellence, by the grace of God, it's something I have done. And it's something that I'm really, really passionate about in getting more people to be part of it. And I have to even say that is also one of the reasons why we organize this, and we are, even have to fast track it because we know that exam is coming up very, very soon in TASOD, and we want something that that is going to be practical for you and that is going to help you. We don't want an event that we're going to have a day before the exam or after the exam that you not be able to like implement to actually help you or to make any difference in your exam. So today I don't really have much we don't really have much time, but even with that, we're going to like take it bit by bit and see how we can actually achieve academic excellence together. So if you're with me, if you're ready for this, just please let me see. Can I see yes, yes, yes? Just drop a yes. Let me know. I know we have been here. Thank you so much for joining us. And if you have anybody that have to be here, please send the link to them. They should not miss this session for anything. And this the next session, this is going to be amazing for you. So let's get started. Strategies for academic excellence. Thank you so much, Ma. I have to appreciate our mom, our own lecturer, and our sub-dean in the College of Science and Information Technology, Dr. Morai. She's one of our trustees. She has been a great support to us. She has to like sacrifice a lot to be here for us this evening. So thank you so much, Ma. And the leadership of YALI, to my fellow speakers, fellow speakers, everybody that has been here. Thank you so much, everybody. I can see your yeses. I'm excited. I'm as excited as you to be having this session. All right. So strategies for academic excellence. All right. So I love, even though I don't have much of it, I always love to start with my story, and I'm just going to make it very short. So here is it. Why are we here? How do we get here? Okay. Because let me start with this. To every glory, there's a story. To every glory, there's a story. If you see, this word is run by principles, actually. And one of the principles that you, as someone that wants to succeed, must have or must know, not just know, must understand and also abide by is the principle of cause and effect. And it simply says that to every cause, there's an effect. And to every effect, there's a cause. What it means is that everything that you see happening in your life today has a reason. It happens for a reason. Okay, whether you are aware of it or whether you are not. And also, everything that you do today is going to cause something else in the future. It's going to give birth to a result in the future. Why am I saying that is that most of the time when you see someone that achieved an extraordinary feat and you start celebrating the person, but the mistake most of us make is that we only celebrate the glory. We don't ask for the story. So I want to tell you here, not just because of what we are doing today, but in any area of your life, in your church, in your mosque, in anything, when you see someone that achieves an extraordinary feat, yes, celebrate them, congratulate them, but do more than that. Also look for their story. Because if you want to replicate what they have achieved, you have to know their story. You have to know what have they done, what did they do. Because again, remember, to every effect, there is a cause. Okay, so don't just celebrate glory. Also try to understand the story, and that's why I always love to start with my story. So let me start with this. I finished secondary school in 2015, okay, and I started processing JAM, like admission in 2016. I actually intended to study computer science. I wasn't given admission. I processed universities. I didn't even mention them. I processed university, polytechnic. I was not given admission. Then I just a kind of luck that I got admission in the College of Education to study computer science mathematics. That's from 2016 to 2019. Okay. And while I was still in school, there's someone I follow a lot. His name is John Obidi, and I always say something. I always say two things actually that I want to share with you. Very important part of my story. Number one is that your fight is different. You always tell us that where you're going is different, what you want to achieve is different. So you can't afford to do whatever that person is doing. Okay, so you have to do things differently, and you are here too. Let me start the session with that. That your fight is different. If you want to achieve academic excellence, okay, your fight is different. And when your fight is different, it means that the weapon you're going to use has to be different. The way you fight it has to be different. The way you do things has to be different. That's one. Second is that John always encouraged, even then. So in 2019, I graduated from the College of Education and I started teaching before started processing admission. But then before I got admission into Tasued in 2021, then resumed in 2022, one thing that have been ingrained in my head, in my mind, is that I must come out with a first class. And that's because that's one thing you always mention, that you have to, if you are in school or you are going into school, try as much as possible to come out with a first class. That is one of your way. If you come from a very low background, which is actually where I come from, that's one of the key to where you are going. That's one of the advantage you can ever have for yourself. And that's where it all started for me. Why am I sharing this? Some of us, we need people to tell us what we need to do. Nobody started out knowing what they need to do. It can just be by you hear someone say something repeatedly and you take it. Okay, that's it. For some of you, it's just one thing I'm going to say here today that's going to be the transformation for you. For me, it all started from there. And then I entered school. I already have the mind. I want to come out with first class. And then uh, as God will have it, I met another lecturer who, Mr. Ayoba, who was like, you guys can even go for best graduating students. You know, exposure. So there is this term I just like add recently, and the term is called potential blindness. No, possibility blindness. Possibility blindness. What does that mean? It means that you are blind to what is possible for you. Okay, you are blind to what is possible for you. There are a lot of things in your life right now that you can do, that you can do. There are a lot of things that you can achieve in your life, but because you don't even know it's possible for you, or you don't even know that it existed, you don't even know that it's possible at all, so you don't even go for it. That would have been my own case if I have not had someone that say that nudge me in the right direction and say, "Guy, you can go for this. You can what? Go for this." So for you to, I'm not really necessarily here to tell you that go for best graduate or do this or do that, but I'm telling you that academic excellence, regardless of whatever you define it for some people, academic excellence is first class. For some people, it is best graduate student. For some people, it is second class upper. For some people, it is second class lower. You have to define yourself. Define it yourself. Define it. What does academic excellence mean to you? What does academic success mean to you? Okay. But if you are here and if you are like most students, I assume that at least first class should be your goal. At least first class should be your goal. Okay. So for some of you, you have never considered that it's even possible for you to come out with first class because you think those that come out with first class, they probably have 2 heads, they have 4 hands, they have something special. They don't have it. I'm a living example. I don't have it. I'm not more brilliant than you. I'm not more smarter. I'm not smarter than you. Okay. It's just doing what it takes. All right. So it all started for me when I have someone exposed me to that idea and I started working towards it. And by the special grace of God, it's now become a story that you are now listening to right now. But then it's bigger than that. There are a lot of things that have to go into making this an apple relationship, association, support from people, dedication, commitment, discipline, doing what, remember, my fight is different, doing what most students are not going to do. So I have this from Les Brown, I think back in 2020. I know this is something. He will say, successful people, people that are hungry, let me use that word, people that are hungry are willing to do today what others will not do so they can have tomorrow what others will not have. This is something that I went in my air every single time while I was still in school. The fact that if I want to have what most people will not have tomorrow, I must do what most people are not willing to do today. And if you ask, what's the key to the success? What is the key to anything? That is the key. Most of the things I'm going to be sharing with you in these few minutes, there are things that most people are not willing to do. And if you are willing to do what most people are not willing to do, what it means is that you're going to have what most people are not going to have. And guess what? When you have it, they will call you lucky. So they will tell you are arrogant. They will tell you are this, you are that. It's not your issue. It's not something you should worry about. The most important thing is that you must understand that your fight is different, and you must understand that to have what most people will not have, you have to do what most people are not willing to do. And also to know that if you want to change something in your life, you have to do something different. Some of you are in 100 level, you are in 100 level, you have a clean slate. Okay, if you are in 200 level, you have already done something in the past before, you have had results already. So I'm yet I'm 300 level, 400 level. The idea is that if you keep doing what you have been doing, then you keep getting what you have been getting. I'm a mathematician, so I love to use math. 1 plus 1 in 1 million times, it will give you 2. 1 plus 1, 2. 1 plus 1, 2. If you keep doing 1 plus 1, you always get 2, unless you change your figure. You change your figure. So what it means is that if you want to have a different result in your academics, you have to change some things. And some of those things that you need to change is what I'm going to be sharing with you in a few minutes. So let's get started. I don't know. Is anybody with me? Is it making sense at all? Let me know. I'm on the chat. Let me know. Is this making sense? If it's making sense, just send a fire emoji. Let me know if this is making sense to you. All right? Okay. Whoa. So let's get started. So we start by, so if you want to achieve academic excellence, the first thing you must start by is setting your goal. You must have a goal. What exactly do you want to achieve? What exactly do you want to achieve? Thank you, everybody. What exactly do you want to achieve? And these goals also, they are in levels. For me now, when I entered school, the goal is to come out with first class. That is the ultimate goal. Then it changed. to best graduating students. Okay, for you to start with a goal, an overarching goal, the chief goal. This is what I want to achieve. First class, second class upper, best graduate students. Start with that first. Okay, do you know why it's very important? When you start with that, it is you knowing the destination. That's you defining the destination. It's like you are in school now and you already know obviously at the back of your mind that you are going to Lagos Garage. And because you are going to Lagos Garage, that's your goal, ultimate goal. So because you're going to Lagos Garage, it's going to determine where you go to go and get your bus. Okay, so the idea is that your destination determines your direction. The goal you set for yourself will determine the direction you are going to go. You're going to determine the activities you're going to engage in. You're going to determine what you're going to do. So if you don't even have a goal, there's a saying that if you don't know where you're going, everybody, everywhere, will seem like the right place. And if you don't even know where you're going, how will you know where you get there? You will never know. You just keep going and going and going and going and going. So you have to first know, where am I going? Okay, and then now you now need to decide, how will I get to the destination? How will I get to destination? So the first thing, destination, is your overarching goal. They also need to set smaller goals, and that's where SMART goals come in. SMART goals. SMART means specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time bound. Okay, specific means this is the exact thing I want to do. So let me quickly give you what I do for my own in my own academic journey. Let me quickly tell you. So for example, now, so because I want to come out with the best graduate students, that is the goal. One thing I always do is that I always go for 5.0 every single semester. 5.0. That's my goal. You state yours too. Do you want to go for your own? It might be just, I want to come out with 4.5 at the end of this semester. So right now, your exam is starting in few weeks. Not few weeks, just in less than 2 weeks. So decide, what GP do you want to come out with in your exam this particular semester? So let's use example, which is what I always use, 5.0. Okay, now 5.0 means that, what do I need to get 5.0? Okay, that's the second level. I need to have A's in all my courses. So let's say, for example, now, let's say I use this word. Let me use this example. 300 level first semester. This first semester in Tasued, 300 level first semester, I had 5.0 actually, and I did 10 courses. 10 courses. So, so let's say I'm now, this is me planning for that 5.0 that I achieved then. So the first thing I'm going to do is that, okay, I want to have 5.0. So have 5.0, I need to have A's in all these 10 courses. So once I've identified that, the next thing to do is to set SMART goal. And what does SMART means is that I will now write down all my courses and I'm going to decide specifically, clearly, what I want to score in each of the courses. So for example, now, Math 311, now I'm going to say I want to score 91. Math 312, I will say I want to score 92. Math 313, I will say I want to score 88. Math 314, I will say I want to score 95. I'm going to have it for each of the courses, from the first one to the last one. Why is it important? SMART goal, specific, measurable. It has to be specific. This is exactly what I want to score. Measurable. How will you know if you achieve it? It is measurable because what results come, you will know. 74 is 5 of 75. Achievable. Is it achievable for you? Yes. And if you ask me if it's achievable, what I always ask you is, have you ever scored A before your exam? If it is yes, then why can't you score A? That means you can score more A's. And the assignment I always give to people is that, how do you score the A that you have scored before? Can you go back and go and look for how you scored that A? Can you go back into the exam, or can you take yourself back to those times? How do you read? How do you study? How do you write the exam for you to have gotten that A? Why is this important? Because after you have written all the specific numbers, the scores you want to have in each courses, the next step for you to do, and this is not common, you hear it many places, is that you need to sit down and actually have a plan of action to achieve each of the score. So for example, now I want to do Math 311. Remember, I studied math. Math 311 as at then, I think it's still now, is after the algebra 2. Okay? I know the lecturer that teach us that course. We have a material that we have to study for that particular course. That's aside from attending class. So actually, as someone that wants to achieve academic excellence, you have to be 5 and 6. You are not the type that will miss class. No. So I have a material. So I can now set a goal, have a plan, and say, for Math 311, that I want to score 90. This is what I'm going to do. I'm going to read the materials that we have been given back to back. back to back. I can say I'm going to read this for 3 times so that I now internalize it very well. And you have to know that this plan of action, it has to be for each of the courses because courses are different. For example, now even as you're studying math, as I study math, there are some courses that are mathematics oriented. There are some you have to read. There are some there are analysis you have to cram. So you also know how those courses are for your own in your own discipline, in your own department. So you have to study each of the courses and say, how am I going to score this particular score in this particular course? You also have to consider the lecturer. You also have to know the lecturer. How does the lecturer mark? In fact, for this one, you might need to go and meet your seniors, people that have written the exam. Also, part of it is that I'm going to get the past question and solve last 3 years past questions. That's it. This one, that's why most you have to not. It's not easy for you to sit down and start thinking, start writing down. And it's not just you planning in your head. You have to plan with pen and paper. Okay. If you have done all these plans, the next step is you have to believe in yourself. Because if you don't believe in yourself, then you won't even start. You won't do anything at all. Trust me. You won't even be able to do anything. So you have to what? Believe in yourself. You have to believe in yourself that that goal that you have put there, you can achieve it. That is, you are capable of doing it. Okay, so it's very, very important that you do that. Believe in yourself. You have to believe that you have all it takes, that you can read, that you can study. Okay, so that's yes. Then the next slide, then speed. Remember, we are using destination as this. So now you have know your direction, you have know how you're going to get to where you are going. You know that, okay, first you need to get to school gate, you need to take school bus, school shuttle, or anywhere you're going, you already know the direction. The next thing is that what is going to give you speed? What is going to get you to your destination fast? Okay? Because you know what, in anything you want to achieve in life, there are vehicles. And those are the things that are going to get you to where you are going to. And you agree with me that if you are going to Lagos from let's say Lagos from Ijebu, or let me use Lagos from Abuja to Lagos. Okay, you can walk, you can take bike, you can take bus. Even in the park, you will still see car, like car that will take maybe 5 passengers or 4 passengers, or you can even take a plane. You don't get? So based on your vehicle will determine how fast you're going to get to where you're going. If you take flight now, you're going by flight, at most an hour, you're in Abuja. If it is car, maybe you reach 7 hours, even more than that. If it is bike, maybe you're going to use ×2 of that. What if you are walking? You will get to Abuja, it may just be that it's maybe your lifeless way that they're going to get there. But you will get there too. You can just spend 5 days on the journey. The idea is that what you do, speed is very, very important, okay? After you know the right direction to follow, the next important thing is speed. And what is going to give you your speed? Number one, know yourself. Don't compare yourself with other people. Know your own self. How do you study? When do you study? Some of you need to study in the night. Some of you, it is in the day that you study. Know yourself. Some of you need to study in a quiet environment. Some of you need to be in a at least noisy place, a bit noisy. Okay, a level of noise has to be there for you to enter. Some of you need to read with people. Some of you need to read alone. So you have to understand yourself. It's very, very important. When you know yourself, it becomes easier for you to achieve whatever you want to achieve. And it also protects you from copying other people, from trying to do whatever that person is doing. Okay, number 2, association. See, your association in life will determine your acceleration. Your association, the people you associate with, the people you call your friend, the people you go to class together, the people you do things together will determine how far and how fast you go in life. So who do you call your friends? Any friend that is not trying to achieve academic excellence like you are doing, the person is not your friend. Or should I put it this way? You can have friends in branches. You can have friends that the only friendship, your friend is only about eating food. It's only what you want to eat that they are your friend. You can have friends that the only thing is they are just your church friend. You only go to church together. You have friends that they are only your book friend, your school friend. So this time around, we are talking about school friend. So So you have to know them. So I'm not telling you not to be friends with everybody. Be friends. But you must know who are the friends that are going to help you to achieve the academic excellence I want to achieve. Number three, mentorship. Mentorship is very, very important. I mentioned earlier about possibility blindness. There are a lot of things you can achieve in life, but because you don't even know that you can achieve it. So part of what mentors get you to do is that mentor expose you. They show you possibilities. They show you that you can do it. They give you the support that you need. Something that you have been working on for 1 month. Someone that a mentor can just look at it and tell you one thing like this, and you'll be able to do it in 10 minutes. So look for it. Look for people that have gone ahead of you. Serve them. Show them. Tell them where you are going. Be open to them. Tell them what you want to achieve and ask for their help. You have to be willing to ask for help. Nobody get to the top alone. Nobody is self-made. Nobody get there alone. Accountability and support. This also combined with what? Association. Have people that keep you accountable. Have people that keep you accountable. Have people that you can go for support. Sometimes the goal is going to get tough. Sometimes the goal is going to get hard. Sometimes you will not know. Sometimes you will almost give up because you don't feel like these things are working anymore. But the idea is that you must have people that you can go for, that you can call and say, hey, hello, hello this, hello that. I am this, I am that. So you have to have people like that. Okay? You must have people like that. Number two is the next one is that whatever you have learned, also teach other people. Teach other people. There's a saying that say anybody, when you teach, you learn it twice. So you already learn it. That's why you're able to teach. But as you are teaching, you're also learning it more. The thing is, when you teach other people, the people you are teaching may forget what you're teaching. But you that you are teaching them, you will never forget it. You will learn it more and more. So also find time to also teach other people. And then lastly, manage your currencies, manage your resources. And there are 4 major currencies of life. There's this acronym MITS. M means money, E means energy, A means attention, and T means time. How do you spend your money? What do you spend your money on? Is it on Naira bets or some other things? Okay, just data that you would use to watch TikTok and all those things. What do you spend your energy on? What do you spend your attention on? Okay, what do you spend your Joshua, please, are you there? Please let me to click on the YouTube link. Let me to check if it is still live on YouTube, please.
I'm here. Okay.
Thank you. Okay, so how do you manage your resources? Okay, how do you manage them? What do you do with your time? Your time is the greatest resource you have. Once you spend it, once you use it, once you waste it, you can't recover it. So what do you do with it? Who do you spend your time with? What do you spend your time doing? What do you pay attention to in class? What are you paying attention to? Okay, so manage your currency as well. Now, this is the last slide. So what are the potential challenges you can have on your way to achieving academic excellence? Number one, temporary setbacks. And I use the word temporary and setback. Why? Because these two things actually means that you're going to fail. On your journey, you will fail. For me, I chased 5.0 many times. The first semester, I had what was it called? Out of 9 courses, I have 8 A's, 1 B. That 1 B was 68. Okay, that is enough to stop people. The second semester, it was the same thing. Out of 11 courses, I have 10 A's, 1 B, 65, out of 70. Okay, why am I sharing that with you is that on this journey, you are going to fail. Yes, but that should not discourage you. Setbacks are set up for comebacks. You get that? Setbacks are set up for comebacks. So don't let your temporary failure to drag you down. Don't let it discourage you. It is not over until it's over. Please, I want someone to put that in the chat. It is not over until it's over. It's not over until it's over. So till you finish, you will keep going for that goal. There are some cases where your test will be nonsense, but you have to put in all your energy. You have to be like a ram that go back to bring back strength. Yes, that's it. So other one is stress management. Man, Tasued will stress you. This is not just Tasued. This is not Tasued thing. Any university you go to will stress you. Go and ask your peers in other university. Anywhere, even in the workplace, you're going to be stressed. So you must know how to manage your stress. You must know how to. Sometimes, let me share this on a popular opinion with you. Sometimes you might need to be on serious so that you can be able to serious. Sometimes I watch movie, not really because I am on serious, but because sometimes I get stressed to the point where I can't think clearly, I can't read, So what do I just do? I do two things mostly. Either I sleep or I watch movie. Find your own. What do you do when you are stressed? What do you do to manage your stress? Some of you, it might be singing. Some of you, it might be dancing. Some of you, it can be talking. Do it. Do it. Do things, because if you are stressed, you won't be able to think clearly. Okay, there's a level of stress you need also to be able to do things. But then when you are overly stressed, it affects the way you think. Okay, Joshua, have you checked that out? Is the YouTube still
Yeah,
live?
yeah, we are still live. We are still live.
Thank you so much. So manage your stress. Other one is people's opinion. See, people are gonna talk, man. Let me tell you. In fact, I always say it everywhere. In my level, in my school, when I was in school, the name they always call me, and I'm going to tell you this so that it can stick with you. They always call me is Sadiq. You know what Sadiq means? Have you heard that song of Ashake? Ogbon, Sadiqi. That's what they call me. Why? Why am I telling you that? Not necessarily, yes, some people think it's too no, and that's because I talk in class, I ask questions in class, I answer questions a lot in class. If I don't know something, if lecturers say something, I don't get it, I don't go. Because I always feel I pay school fee, I'm paying for this. And not just that, because I don't really have much people to go and meet. Like, this thing is not clear to you. I'm one of the people that is supposed to conduct tutorial in the class. So I have to understand it. You get? But for some people, that is too much. Okay, and they started calling the name. At one point, it was very, very, what's it called? Demoralizing for me. But I have to ask myself, am I doing this for anybody? Am I doing it to show myself? No, I wasn't. I was just doing it because that's me. So why am I telling you this? Is that people are going to talk. Your people, your friends are both, all of you are both on serious before. Like you always go and watch football, do all this thing before. But now you are now born again. You know that, okay, this is what I need to start doing. They will be the first person to attack you. You don't know, there are some departments where they treat their first class students like people that are HIV, HIV, they stigmatize them. You don't get, they stigmatize these people. They stigmatize them. They make them feel inferior. They will, these are the first class people. Don't go to meet them. Don't do this. Man, don't let people's opinion shape your life. Don't let it stop you from achieving your goal. Okay, those people that call me Sadiq now, if they call me that now, in fact, it is evident, right? Is it not Sadiq? Yes, it's Sadiq. It gets to a point in my class when they see anything, I say something, I feel like a late man shaking, I'll tell them, I'm the Sadiq, I'm number one, the one and only Sadiq of mathematics department. Yes. So whatever the opinion, any opinion they have on you, if it's not going to serve you, if it's not going to help you to achieve what you're going to what you want to achieve, my brother, my sister, throw it away, please. Throw it away. It's not your problem. The last one is distraction. And trust me, there are a whole lot of it out there. Your phone is a distraction itself. Your phone is a tool. See, your phone is like a gun. It is not a gun that is the problem. This gun that we're talking about, if the gun is in the hand of a police officer, you will see it as the person is there to protect you. Okay? If you see that same gun in the hand of armed robber, you see it as someone that is going to be used to kill you or used to rob you. The thing is that the problem is not the gun. Okay, the problem is never with the gun. The problem is who is holding the gun. The same thing for your phone. The phone is not the problem. It is you and what you use the phone to do. That is the problem. Distraction, other activities in school, parties, all those things. Don't anything that attracts you. Okay, anything attractive that takes you away is a distraction. Any beautiful attraction that attracts you. For some of you, it is relationship. It's relationship. A whole lot of it. So please, anything, you have to be disciplined and you have to be focused. Like, focus. I'm telling you this from personal experience. In my own final year, I was very distracted, and God bless my HOD. He will always remind me. He will always put me, he will always tell me this, that this life is a matter of season. That all these things that you are going around that you're trying to do right now, there will be a time for you to do it. There will be a time for you to do it. Everything you want to do right now that is disturbing your academics, there's time for it. So finish this off, my brother, my sister, get this done. And you have enough time to do whatever you want to do. Okay? So I hope this has been helpful for you. I hope with few things I've shared this evening that you have learned something, and this is going to help you to achieve the academic excellence that you ultimately desire to achieve. Thank you so much. Yes, I'm going to hand it over now to the moderator. Thank you so very much.
Thank you so very much, Mr. Abdul Latif. And that right there was a very, very useful and helpful information you've given us. Thank you so very much. Thank you for those practical strategies. We are confident everyone has gained something valuable. I think I can assure that. I'm certain about that because I myself have gained a whole lot from your session. I hope we are still here because we still have a lot of things, not really a lot like that, but we still have some other persons that are coming up to to give us something tangible that we can hold on to. So right about now, we'll be moving next. Next we have Mr. Adiroju Taiwo back with us again to introduce YALI. I mean, when I say YALI, I mean the Young African Leaders Initiative and its impact on young leaders. Mr. Adiroju, please go ahead, sir. Are you there, sir?
Yes, definitely. Thank you for having me once again. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you clearly, sir.
All right. Thank you very much. Before I proceed, kudos to Abdulatif for that wonderful session. It was a good one. Yeah, because I can actually relate with some of the things we were talking about, and we will survive it. So that's one of the things we need to do. Our self-esteem also matters in all of these things, because if you do not build your self-esteem, when people weigh you down with talk, when they weigh you down with other things, if you don't have that capability, you might do and undo in the wrong way. So thank you so very much, Abdulatif. So moving forward, YALI, as Odilia said, YALI means Young African Leaders Initiative. So basically, YALI is a flagship program of the former president of the United States of America, President Barack Obama. He set up this organization to give back to Africa. Let me put it that way. Basically, to set up young future leaders who, when they get impacted, when they get developed, will in turn reach out to the community and make impact. As we all know, when you have the ability to do something, that is when you can reach out to other people. Just like Latif has the ability to triumph as a best graduating student, as an intelligent student. So he also has made it a responsibility for himself to reach out to other people, which I know he has been doing for quite a while. So that is part of the mission of YALI Network. So YALI is in all African state, African country rather, and in Nigeria we have YALI in all the 36 states, including the federal capital. So YALI Network Ogun State serves as a state hub under YALI Nigeria flagship. All right. So we have three niche, or three, yeah, essential niche of YALI Network. No, one of the three is YALI RLC, which we call YALI Regional Leadership Center. So where we go to Ghana for 6 weeks to learn about leadership. It's like an all expense paid trip. So the second one is Mandela Washington. We when if you have the requisite requirements, you get a paid travel to United States also for 6 weeks, which can be extended to 2 months. And the last one is the YALI state hub itself, where every state hubs operates. So basically, what we do is we want to be essential leaders with required skills, either entrepreneur, either governance, just name it. As far as YALI is concerned, we have network of leaders, network of professionals, which means you being an active member of YALI, you have access to various opportunities, from trainings to development to network of professionals and what have you. So I hope that after this session we'll have majority of who are going to be willing to join YALI, as is a volunteering and a free entry organization. Let me put it that way. So, and we know that we we in YALI Network, the reason one of the reasons why we decided to move YALI closer to the people, especially the students, is that we don't want to just go to school and just coming out as a graduate without experience. Through YALI, you have access to work experience, which you can in turn use to be relevant in the fast changing world and nation entirely. So let me stop there for now, and before the end of the session, we'll share our contact and we can take it further from there. Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you so very much, Mr. Taiwo. Thank you for enlightening us about YALI and its mission. Thank you for the enlightenment on the YALI niche. Thank you, sir. Please, if you are still with us, please drop an emoji in the chat box, please. If you are still with us, drop an emoji in the chat box. Please. I'm waiting. If you are still with us, drop an emoji, any emoji in the chat box. All right. Okay. I can see some emojis flying. That means we still have people here. So we are going to be calling on the next. We are moving on to the second section for today. Now we move to our second section, the fundamentals of leadership. That will be presented by Mr. Ifeoluwa Adesanya. Mr. Ifeoluwa Adesanya is a seasoned trainer and educator with extensive expertise spanning technological, vocational education and training, TVET, business development and management over the years. He has worked with diverse organizations ranging from micro enterprises to large corporations, helping to transform lives and drive organizational success. A graduate of Taisho University of Education with a master's degree from University of Lagos, UNILAG. Mr. Ifeoluwa has impacted over 2,500 individuals through his dynamic training programs. These programs supported by notable organizations such as the Federal Ministry of Social Development, GIZ, German Corporation, and Ogun State Chambers of Commerce, Ogun CCIMA, focus on fostering competence, entrepreneurship, and soft skills. Mr. Ifeoluwa's leadership journeys includes serving as state coordinator for the Young African Leaders Initiative, YALI OGUN 2021-2022, vice president of JCI Rock City, and current state coordinator of NACC IMA, Young Entrepreneurs in Ogun State. His ongoing 365-day campaign on TVET reflects his dedication to building skills and human capacity. With a strong foundation in competence-based training, CBT, and organization development, Mr. Ifeoluwa combines passion and expertise to inspire growth and collaboration. His work empowers individuals to unlock their potentials and create meaningful impacts in their communities. Mr. Ifeoluwa, the floor is yours, sir.
Thank you very, very much for the wonderful section, for the invite. I really do appreciate you. I'm going to try to share my screen now. Just a minute. I want to be able to make sure that you can see this. So, I have been told to take on the part of fundamentals of leadership. So, yes. Can you see my screen, please?
Yes, we can, sir.
Okay, all right. Thank you very much. I hope it's showing the slides I have.
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. So thank you very much for inviting me to speak here. I actually give respect to my YALI state coordinator. Thank you very much, sir, for doing this. The team lead for YALI Tasued, thank you very much for doing this. And also the host, the moderator, thank you very much for doing this. So I wouldn't want to waste much of our time, and I'm sure that this is not the first time we'll be hearing about leadership. So I wouldn't want to be the one to explain what is leadership, but I want someone should share what is your understanding about leadership. I want someone, please, to assist me to share what do you understand by leadership. I hope you cannot hear me.
Yes, we can hear you, sir.
Okay, please, I want you to explain to me what you understand by leadership. because I want to use a practical example, and I just want us to tell us what you understand by leadership. Please, anybody at all, just mention what you understand by leadership. It can be an example. Thank you very much. Please, I need someone to share with me. I know we have so many people on the call. Why is no one talking, please? Why is no one talking? Okay, since let me do that then. Let me do that then. So when you talk about leadership, when you talk about leadership itself is all about leading. When we talk about leading, trying to make sure that something that has been done keeps going the right way, or trying to be a change for something. So you have to take up the bull by the horn. Okay, thank you very much. Somebody already posted on the group. Okay, thank you very much. The person said leadership simply means an act of directing, controlling, managing activities of a group of people for achieving a goal and objective. Thank you very much. And I just want to tell us today that we are all born leaders. That's one thing people don't get to understand. We get to think about it that when we talk about leadership, that leadership is just the SUG president is the leadership. Oh, I didn't appreciate the leadership, the SUG president. Please, I apologize for that. So my SUG president, I really appreciate you also. So when they talk about leadership, people tend to say that leadership is just the person that is in charge of something, but no, we are all born leaders. And that is why today, I want you to know that we are leaders with what I will be using as the example. I decided to go through a practical section so that we can be able to know that as we are as human beings, we are all, thank you very much, sir, we are all leaders. And that's why I decided to use this, the human body, as a metaphor for leadership. Now, what am I talking about in using an human body as a metaphor? The human body contains of several parts. We have the brain, we have the heart, we have the stomach, we have the legs, we have the intestine. We have several parts of the body, and none of them can say that I am the boss over the other. Do you know why? Because if any part of this body stops functioning, that is the end of the whole human body. Some of it, they will say, yes, well, if some of them fail, they can replace them. Yes, you have to replace them. It's just the same way that goes for leadership. You have to replace some of your attributes that you do not have. Some of those things that you lacked before, you can replace them with the things that you need. Now, I'm not going to be reading much from the slide, so I can always share the slide when you need it. So I'm going to be going as fast as possible so that I wouldn't take too much of the time. Now, the next slide, I decided to pick the brain. The brain is simply for vision and strategy. Like I said, you would understand that the human brain controls the entire body. If you see somebody that have an accident and they tell you that the person is brain dead, when they tell you that this person is brain dead, you should understand that that person cannot come to life again forever. So the brain is the center of everything, and it is the one that is used for vision and strategy. As a leader, you need to be visionary and be strategic. Now, your life, you are the leader of your life. Understand that fact that you are the leader of your life. And if you do not have vision for yourself and strategy, you would see that you will just be following the crowd. And I'm very happy that my leader, Latif spoke first, because you can see that in what he has said, you would see that he has the vision and he used a strategy to be able to achieve this. The next one is the eyes. The eyes, we all know when we close our eyes, let's close our eyes for a second. Can we see anything? No, you can't see anything. The eyes is for clarity and foresight. As a leader, you must be clear about where you are going to. During my recitation of my profile, I started a 365 days challenge. And then this 365 days challenge was just to foster encouraging TVETs in our community. And that's why I would want to say that I appreciate the academic management of Taishola University from the onset. Now, where am I going to? I remembered while I was in Taishola University of Education, we went through VOS. I don't know if VOS is still being done, the vocational studies. I don't know if it is still being done. Is it still being done? Please, I want to know in the comment section. Is it still being done? Just to be sure about it. Let me see. I just need the comment section. Oh, thank you very much. So then I went for the divorce of computer study. I'm trying to remember the name, but I know it has to do with its computer. And that was when I started gathering insights on what I could use computer to do. And you will see that now everything you are doing involves computer. Now, when we talk about clarity, clarity makes you see that this is the place I'm going to. This is where I want to achieve what I want to achieve. It gives you that clear purpose of where you are going to. Now, the next one is the ears. The ears is for what? Listening. When you don't listen to people, you don't listen to feedback, you would not be able to function well. Because as a leader, people would want to share their opinions with you. It's just the same way I said that you are the leader of yourself. People would give you several advice. Like our first speaker said, he said he had somebody that he has been listening to before. Then he listened. He started something, then they were giving him feedback. So leadership has to do with listening and getting feedback. It is very, very important as a leader. The next one you're going to talk about now is the mouth. This one is a very, very powerful tool. They said the tongue is a very, very powerful tool in the body. Now, you know, whatever you have said is like an egg. Once it has dropped, it is broken. And that is exactly the way communication is. It is with your mouth sometimes. You used to present who you want to be and who you are. It is with your mouth you used to say, this is where I'm going to. This is what I want. It's just like you want to go and buy food now. And you get to the person selling food. I just said, I want to buy food. We have several food. You have to tell them, this is what I want. I want rice, I want beans, I want swallow. You have to specify, this is what I want. And that's the same way it is. The mouth is for communication. Declare what you want with your mouth and it shall be so. And that is why I believe in the power of positive thinking. I always do this exercise. I always love to share it all the time. When I wake up in the morning, do you know what I do? This exercise, I want us to start using it for everything we are doing in our lives. When I wake up in the morning, the first thing I get to do is what? I look at myself in the mirror and I talk to myself. I said, Ifeoluwa Adesoya, you are born to be great. You are born to do things extraordinary. And let me tell you, I keep doing it. Every day, I keep doing it. Even if I'm not thinking about it, I keep doing it, I keep doing it, and I keep doing it. So the next one is the art. The art, as we all know it, is for passion, empathy. You know, the art is the one that is pumping the oxygen in the body. The art is the one that is, you know, when we are in a relationship and they break, they'll say they break your heart, which shows that the art is for empathy, is for passion. You must be passionate about who you want to be. If you don't start questioning yourself about that, who do I want to be remembered for? And use that passion to go about it. So the next one we are going to be talking about now is the lungs. Is the lungs. The lungs in the body, you understand, it receives oxygen, and then what passes out is carbon dioxide, which is essential for the body. And that is why there is what they call in the SDG goals. I love to always share about the SDG goals whenever I'm talking, because it's going to end soon, and we all need to understand what SDG goals means. And the final part of the SDG goals talks about SDG 17. SDG 17 is for partnership. Anything you are doing now, you cannot do it alone. You cannot do it alone. You need to understand that you need collaboration. Collaborate with people. Share your ideas. Okay, let me give you an instance. When I wanted to start the campaign yesterday, I decided to share it with some colleagues that I know, with some leaders. And guess what? A lot of people have been coming to me and telling me that, oh, they've been looking forward to do this program, to do something on skills development. They've been looking forward to do something on vocational and technical education. And I'm coming down here now that they are very happy to collaborate with me. And that is why collaboration is very, very important. Collaboration takes you far. And just like I said, there was a time, I do tell people there's something I always do during, whenever I go to school. And that thing is, I don't joke with anybody that I know is brilliant in my department. I go to them, I sit down with them occasionally, and I ask them, okay, What have you read? What can I have the jottings you have done? I'll sit down beside them and I read it. And trust me, it has always helped me well. I did that during my master's and it helped me so well. But remember, I go to class. If you don't go to class, if you don't talk to people, they will not connect with you. So you are the leader of yourself and you need to start collaborating with people, not just regarding academics, but where you want to go to. Look for people that are going to join you on this journey, that you know you are going to the same journey, and then you move along with them. The next one is your hand. I remember that they will tell us that open your hand. What can you see? They will tell you that the lines in your hand, it is the lines of your destiny. Some of them will tell you that it is with your hand you will use to do whatever you want to do. The hand is very, very important. Action and execution. When you start something, make sure you don't just keep an idea. I have an idea of this. No, find a way to execute it. It is when you execute it that you are able to succeed. You know, this 35 days challenge is something I wanted to do for the past 3 years. I started at some point for one particular time. I stopped it. I decided to pick myself up again. And then I said, this year, whatever is going to take me, I'm going to do it. Even today, I was supposed to post something on the sensitization and the way I'm doing. But I said, fine, I'm coming up for this program and I'm going to use this program to also talk about the skills that are necessary, which is very important, even in technical and vocational education, which is the leadership skill. It is very, very important. So you need to understand that it is with your hand you will use to do whatever you want to do. As a leader, make sure you are executing projects. The next one we'll be talking about is your spine. You see that your spine, I'm begging you, don't joke with you. It is not even about don't joke with it. We know what happens. Please put in the comment section, what happens when the spine is cut? What happens to the body? Please put it in the comment section. When the spine is destroyed, what happens to the body? Please put it in the comment section. What do you think happens to the body when the spine is destroyed? Please, let's put it in the comment section. What happens to the body when the spine is destroyed? I just need one person, please. Just one person who is going to come. Thank you. You can't move. Thank you very much, Abdulatif. You can't move your body. That is the same way integrity and strength is. Thank you. You become disabled straight up. Thank you very much. The body can't function. Thank you, everybody. Once your integrity is destroyed, my dear brothers and sisters, thank you. The whole body becomes paralyzed. Who you are becomes paralyzed. That is why, let me tell you, there was something I realized about myself in the past, and that is about holding money. I realized that I didn't know how to keep people's money. At the end of the day, I end up becoming in debt. So you know what I did? I started running away from money because I didn't want my integrity to be destroyed. Then over time, I realized when people say that if you cannot be trusted with all things, then you are not yet a leader. So I decided to work on it. And now, if you like, give me money, any organization's money, I will put it in. That is the first thing people will see. It is your integrity. And that is why I said integrity and resilience are essential for any trust and respect. It is who people perceive you as. That is who they will keep telling you that you are. The next one is your feet. There are songs that say that our legs is where we use to walk to where our destiny is. And that is why I'm telling you that for leader, you must be moving forward. I always tell people this thing. See, every year, make sure that you are not in the same position you are last year. You don't need to look for something big. You can decide as little as this year, I want to improve on my public speaking skills. This year, I want to improve on my communication skills. Just make sure that you are not in the same place you are last year. I do this every year. I will go back and check, even if it is a single step I've taken forward. Whether people are doing Thanksgiving or that the year is ending, they did this one, they did that one. I will make sure that it is this thing that is keep moving me forward. I make sure that I'm using my feet to step forward. And I'm also making sure that I am moving forward in everything I'm doing. And that is why I put it there that the feet enables movement. You move forward. Don't be stagnant as a leader. Just keep moving. It is not easy. They said whatever is going to become good does not come easy. Keep moving forward. The last one, which is the skin, is for adaptability and protection. When you see our skin, The skin protects people from several things that is happening to us. When you see that you have a cut, the skin is the first thing that is affected. It protects our body from sun ray, the sun from harming our body. So we have some layers of the skin itself. So it is for protection as adaptability. As a leader, you must always protect your team. Who is your team? If you are not yet leading anybody, like I said, you yourself, you are a leader, and you are what? You are protecting yourself. Protect yourself. I tell people, my ear will not hear any evil. There is no way. I was reading something online, and I actually can't remember the name right now. But when they talk about this person, they told the lady that the other brother told him that she was pretty silly. That the younger sister was pretty silly, and the lady was reporting to her parents that, do you know what happened today? My brother called me pretty. The brother now said, no, I said you are pretty silly. He said, yes, but you still called me pretty. Protect yourself from anything that would affect your journey. Wherever you are, that is not making you move forward or affecting your body, please just step out of it. And that is why they always say, step out of your comfort zone. And with this, I just want us to understand that just as the whole body functions together for good, you need to be a leader that functions well. And let people start seeing these leadership traits in you. And with this, I say thank you very, very much. So I would like to hand over now to the moderator. Thank you very much, sir.
Oh my God. Thank you so very much, Mr. Ifeoluwa, for that insightful presentation on leadership. It was truly inspiring. I learned a lot. Brain, the eyes, vision, and the ears, mouth, lungs. You cannot do it alone. Very important. You cannot do it alone. Find a way to execute your ideas. Thank you so very much for this wonderful session, sir. Thank you so very much. God bless you. Now on to the next. We now have time for questions and answers. If you have any questions for our speakers, please use the raise hand feature on your screen or type your question in the chat box. We will address as many as we can as time permits. Please, let's get to it right away. If you have a question, raise your hand and then I will allow you speak. I will unmute you myself. I will allow you speak or drop your question in the chat box. All right. Any question? Anybody? No. There has to be questions. There has to be. Who is raising his or her hand? Any question yet? All right. All right, please, let's make it as quick as possible. We have limited time. Please, thank you. Drop your question on the chat box, or you can raise your hand and talk. Questions can come in. Questions can come in. Questions can come in. All right. While we wait for others to ask their questions, I do have a question for Mr. Abdulateef, though. Yes, the first speaker. You said something about, hold on, when you were explaining. Are you there, sir? Hello,
Yes,
sir.
I'm here, sir.
Okay.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. When you were explaining something on speed, you said something on mentorship. Yes. And association too. Association and mentorship. I need you to throw more light on those two highlights that you have under that speed slide. about association and mentorship. How do we go about it as students? Yes, as students, how do we go about it? Because I've had experiences with a couple of persons, and then I sure do know that not everyone can mentor someone. Not everyone can be my mentor. So how do I know the right person to submit to as regards mentorship? And how do I know the right person to associate with? Thank you, sir.
Okay, yeah, thank you so much. That's a very important question. So for me, when it comes to, let me start from the idea of mentorship. So mentorship is not we it's something mentorship is one of the things we actually get wrong most of the time. And we have people you go to meet them, can you mentor me? Can you do all those things? That's not really how to go about it, even when you come to mentorship. So the idea is that most of the time mentorship relationship is something that develops naturally. It develops naturally. And you don't just and the fact that you ask someone for help once or someone help you once, that does not make them your mentor. So what I call mentorship is these people, there are people that know you and you know them. There are people that know where you're going and they are not, it's more like a two-way relationship. They are willing to actually support you. They are willing to give you what you need. Okay. Sometimes you don't even need to ask them for it. They see it themselves. Sometimes, and it's not, and when you say mentorship, it's not also something that these are people that you talk to every day. Okay. There are people that it might just be once in a year that you're going to talk. But if you have that once in a year conversation, it's going to reset everything for you and show you in the right direction. And so, and I also need to add that for this particular session, I generalize the word mentorship. Actually, I make it to generalize. It's inculcates what is it called? Or it also means in this session too. It also means asking for help. Okay, it can also be as simple as you are in 300 level, going to go and meet people in 400 level. Okay, it means like submission, strategic submission. And when you say submission, it's not as if that you put all your life in these people's hands. We're only talking about academics here. Academics. There are people that you can look up to. You look up to them. They have achieved. They are most likely achieve what you want to achieve. They are most likely excellent students themselves. They have achieved academic, or they are achieving academic excellence. So you see what they do. So you can go and meet them, ask them questions, ask them for guidance, ask them for support. And I also like to say that you should never get entitled or become entitled. Okay, become entitled and feel like this person is now my mentor. He has to do everything for me. He has to give me money. He has to do all those things. No, you're not. Nobody owes you anything. Anything they are doing, they do it from their own accord. Okay, on their own accord. And when it comes to association simply means just the word. The people you associate yourself with, the people you work with, the people you do things with. Because association matters a lot. Imagine that you are preparing for an exam and your roommate is watching movie. Okay, so even though no matter how much you want to say, I'm a serious student, I'm not going to watch movie. At one point, you're going to get tired. I feel like, well, meet, I want to watch movie, Jerry. But if you are reading, as you are reading, another person, your roommate is also reading. Even though you get tired, you just have someone that is reading. So you also want to, both of you are going to be able to share your energy. Both of you be able to give yourself that support. Or let me give you an example, general courses. You believe that you need to go to general class, but your friend say, you're going to general class. You need to get general class, just need to read some kind of PDF. Those are part of it. Their view on life. So the most important thing, the biggest criteria for association is where are we going? Are we going to the same direction? Association is like the people you enter the bus with. It's as simple as that. No matter how much you love someone, if someone is going to Ibadan, you are in Djibouti, one person is going to Ibadan, and you are going to Lagos. No matter how much you love them, are you going to enter the same bus with them? Please, someone should answer that question. Will you enter the same bus with them? Will you enter the same bus with them? No, that's it. That's the simple definition of association. So the people you associate with should only be the people that you are going the same place. So once you now enter the same bus, you become bus mates. Association. And when you get to where you are going, what will happen? So, for example, now let's say you take a bus going to Lagos. One person is going to drop in Mowe, another person is going to drop in Nubafo, another person is going to drop in Bega. Another person is going to drop in Oshodi. You cannot say because this person, they are now your association because you are going to Oshodi, but because they are dropping a beggar, you also drop a beggar. It's nonsense. So you must know. In fact, every association has a life cycle. You have a life cycle. Some people, when you're at 100 level, they are your friends. By the time you get to 200 level, it's not that you intentionally, but it just happens naturally. Because when everybody gets their destination, they will come down. But the idea is that the association must be based on something, and that should be mutual destination. So once the person that you call your best friend today, once the person is no longer going to the place you are going to, is no longer heading in your heading towards a destination, automatically knows the person is no longer your friend, at least in this particular area. The person can still be your friend when it comes to food. The person can still be your friend when it comes to partying, when it comes to going to Owambe. But it just means that this person is not the right decision for you when it comes to your academics. So it's always mutual destination. That's it. And also, let me also say this in mentor too, because there are some people that you look up to too, but these people too, they are not just mentors, they are tormentors. There are people that will torment you, that will make life hell for you. They will dictate. A mentor is not supposed to tell you, this is what you should do. No. A mentor is supposed to guide you. A mentor is not supposed to impose their will on you. Tell you this is exactly what you must do. They are meant to share their own experience. In fact, they are meant to expose you, open your eyes to possibilities. They are meant to show you more options. Let's say in an instance where you only think that there are only one thing for you to do. A mentor is supposed to show you that there are actually 4 things for you that you can do in this particular matter. And then they leave it to you to choose your option. And when you have chosen the option, their responsibility is to give you all the help, the desire that you need. It is not that, you did not do what I asked you to do, so you are no longer this thing. No. Though there also have to be some alignment. Imagine now, the person you call your mentor now is chasing second class lower, and you are chasing first class. What are you mentoring each other for? What is the mentorship that is there? So there have to be what? Alignment. Or most of the time, the person that you look up to should be someone that have reached your destination already. And now, so the person can be able to guide you, tell you. It's like when you're going to a place you don't know before, and you know someone that has been there before, you call the person will tell you, and when you get to this place, you get to Beggar, you take this bus, going to Agege, or you get to Agege, take another bus, going to this place. You go. That is what mentorship is supposed to be. So I hope I answer your question, sir.
Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you for the clarity, sir.
Man. Do we really have much time for this?
Yeah, we are just going to take about 1 or 2 questions. We have a question from Toluwani DT, and I think this is directed to Mr. Ifeoluwa. This person is asking, it's directed to Mr. Abdulateef again. Mr. Abdulateef, please, you have to be brief on this one. Thank you. How can someone get back on track if he or she, or if the person's CGPA isn't encouraging, and whereas there are people looking up to the person as leader?
There's this quote I saw recently, and it is the fact that, I think it's in Japanese, that if you up on a wrong train, the best thing to do is to come down at the nearest bus stop as soon as possible. Because the longer you stay on the train, the more expensive it's going to be for you to get back to get back on the right train. So the idea too, so what I'm trying to say is that the first thing you must do is to first know, where are you? Where are you? So you already know, okay, for example, let's say you have a 3 point something CGPA or 2 point or whatever CGPA is there. The most important thing is that you have to be honest with yourself and seek help. Number 2 is that don't let yourself be disturbed by unnecessary expectation. The fact that people look up to you as a leader does not mean you should kill yourself. Because there's this saying that says, if you know better, you will do better. Yes. So first is that you have to first accept. Because in this life, you cannot change what you don't accept. Anything you don't accept, you can't change. So the first is accept it. We are here. Those people that look up to you as a leader, if they truly look up to you as a leader, okay, even if they get to know that this is what you have, that should not stop anything. And if you stop them from looking up to you as a leader, that means you are not their leader from the beginning. It is your CGPA that is their leader. Okay? So number 1, what I'm saying is the first thing is accept it. Second thing is ask yourself, what can I do? So for example, let's say you are in 300 level. Now, you're just in 300 level. Ask yourself, what can I still do about these things? Okay? So you can't get yourself disturbed or stopped by the past. The past is gone already. All those times it is gone. The CGPA that is not so encouraging is there already. There's nothing you can do about it. But you can surely do something about the next exam that you're going to write.
Mm.
So the idea is you sit down yourself, sit down with yourself. Yes, sit down with yourself. Get 2 chairs, sit on 1 chair. Ask your other self, your second self, yourself, go to sit down on the second chair and talk to each other. Ask yourself, what have we done to this extent that's contributed to this CGPA that you think is not encouraging enough? And what can you do differently? Number 2, seek for help. Look for people that you know, people that you trust. I'm not asking you to go and tell yourself, don't go and tell yourself, don't go and talk to anybody. Don't just go there and go and start saying anything to anybody. The people that, in fact, sometimes the people that you talk to, they'll be the first person to go and announce it out and tell people, this person is this. So I will always think this person is brilliant, but he is not. But look for people that you can trust and ask them for help. What can I do? Sometimes it can just be for support. They'll give you the support, they will check on you. Okay, but the most important thing too is that start from where you are, accept where you are, and then look at, okay, how can I get to where can I go, where I can go to. So for example, now let's say you are in 2 point something now, and now you start teaching first class, is more like you want to kill yourself. Okay, so the first class should not be your goal again. The goal should be, I want to do excellently well in my class, in all my exams. And what's excellently well? Go for A in all the courses. So the most important thing is check yourself. What am I doing wrong? What can I do right? What can I do right? Don't be afraid. For example, now let's say you always think you're a leader, so you don't always go to tutorial. Throw that leadership away and go to tutorial. Anybody that thinks you're not a leader because you attend tutorial, the person is not serious. The person is, they're not thinking well. Okay? So don't let what other people will think about you stop you from going. It's just like someone that is going in the wrong direction. And I think because you now have followers now, people that are following you in the wrong direction, you now feel like, even though you have known that you are going in the wrong direction, you now feel like, you don't want to disappoint them, so you don't want to turn back and go in the right direction. No. Because it's also a story for you to tell. It's a story. Because some of the people that look up to you as a leader, too, some of them are struggling with this thing too. You can even open up to them and let them know that you see this thing, I am this. Now I've decided that we are going to go for this. And every one of you too, you have to go for this. So it can be hard. It's not going to be easy, but you can do it. Okay? You can do it.
All right.
So
thank you very much,
thank
sir.
you.
In as much as I think this next question has already been answered by the slides, but then I'll still ask regardless. Mr. Ifeolu, I think this one is directed to you. What are the necessary skills to acquire to be a good leader? What are the necessary skills? This is somebody, the MDA is asking this question. What are the necessary skills to acquire so as to be a good leader? Briefly, sir. You have the floor, sir.
Yes, I don't know, maybe you can hear me.
I can hear you clearly.
Okay, thank you very much. So you said, what are the necessary skills to be a good leader?
Yes, sir.
Everything I mentioned in the slides are actually skills that one needs to learn to be a good leader. I only intentionally reframed it in such a way that we would be able to be practical to ourselves, to our day-to-day life. And when you look at a good leader, you would see that the very first thing that the leader needs is having a vision for yourself. This is where I'm going to, this is what I want to do. But most importantly that I've seen many leaders fail is communication skills, most importantly, because many leaders don't know how to address people, you know. And I would just advise this person to read about different kinds of leadership styles, because it is from these leadership styles that you are reading about. We have the democratic, we have the autocratic, we have the laissez-faire, and we also have a situational type of leadership. So it is from reading all these things that you realize the skills that you need to be able to function as a leader. If I say I want to start mentioning so many skills, there are always skills that fit in to each leadership situations you want to do. Like now, you want to talk about your personal self. What you will need might be strategy. Some people might be critical thinking. It can even be as much, like I said, understanding how to draft things, how to draft programs together. So the skills are different from each other. You just need to, first of all, highlight what you think is missing in yourself to be a leader. Then from there, you can then move forward. Thank you very much, sir.
All right, thank you very much, sir. Please, let's take this last question, then we go. Someone is asking, how do you balance business and academics together? Sir, how would you advise on the summary of the question is, how would you advise on balancing education and business? Because some of us, we do business and we sponsor ourselves in school, so we need an advice on how to balance both business and academics, because it's not easy. Honestly, I can relate to this question, so please, sir, we need your advice, sir. Any of our speakers can come in, please.
As much as I would like to talk, I would be telling Abdulatif to do the talking, because he actually started a project where he was making money before he finished from school and still graduated with first class. So please, Abdulatif, you have the floor.
Yeah. Man, this is actually a very big question, actually. In fact, if Mr. Ifelu has not talked, it's a question I want to run away from, actually. Because it's really it's a big issue. It's a big issue having to what is it called, balance things together. So let me tell you. So what I'm going to say is that I don't know how to balance things. I'm not really good at balancing things like that. In fact, most of the time I do one things at a time. Okay. And it is not sound, it actually sounds, in fact, you won't believe that when I say that, because for someone that do a lot of things, and I tell you I do something at the same time. Let me use this as an example. So one thing I learned about computer, I think back in 2015, is that computer, most of the time, computer don't do two things at the same time. Computer time share. So it divides the time into like multiple, let's say, milliseconds, and then you do one thing, after you do one thing, you do the other one, you do it. So you do it so fast that you can't know that it's doing it at different times. What I'm saying is that you have to prioritize. You have to prioritize. You have to give what belongs to school to school. You have to give what belongs to business. Why? Because both of them are important. Remember, school, there's a reason why you're in school. Business too, you need finance in school. You have to pay school fee, you will eat, you do all those things. So this is very, very important. But here is what I can tell you is that number one thing I will tell you is that number one, your fight is different. So what it means is that you can't afford to copy what other people are doing. So, and you can't also afford to pressure yourself. See, there was a time in my academic journey where I was doing part-time teaching. I teach in a school part-time, and for some during those times, I have to miss classes. Sometimes I have to miss classes. I have to miss class. Sometimes by the time I'm watching, lecturer will enter the class before I got in. So what it means is that it requires more of my time again. So I will go and have the part-time teaching. By the time I'm back, anything I've missed, the responsibility I have is that I have to cover up everything. I have to cover up. So yeah, let me just say these two things that can help you. Number one is have a good support system. Have a good support system. I have people that have to go for, like, let's say 1 week or 2 weeks, like a month after school have resumed, they have not resumed. They are still working because they have to get money. But guess what? Once they are back like this, they already have people that they will go and sleep in their house. And they can sleep in their house for a whole month. Like they have people already that is willing to sit down with them and teach them everything they have learned for that 1 month. Can you also get that? Can you get people that even if you are not able to come to school, you have serious students that you are going with, they go to school, they write the notes, they will snap it and send it to you. But you also number two is that you also have to do a lot of more work, because it's not an excuse, it's not enough. Because the idea, what always pain me most for people who are going through a lot of struggle is that most of us, when you now have this thing, you have that time, or let's say you have gone to work, now you're having class, you go to get to class. What do you do in class? You're supposed to be the most serious student in class because you don't have time. You know, the time you're spending in class is the time you're supposed to be spending your business. The time you're spending with your business, sometimes you're supposed to be spending in your class. So you have to use those times judiciously. You should not be the one in class and then you are the one staying at the back of the class and you are playing with other people. You have to make use of the time as much as possible. And what I would say is that don't let the business affect the academics, because at the end of it, why are you going through all those stress in the first place? It's not to have education. So as much as possible, just find a way to balance the two. Find a way to do it. I remember at one point, once I go to school, the only thing I do in school is schoolwork. So I have trainings that I was running, as Mr. Ifelo has said. In fact, I've been running the training before I enter school. So when I enter school, for some time I have to pause. I'm not able to show up. I'm not able to do what I need to do. But at one point, I have to realize, men are relative, you must eat. Okay? Even though I have some kind of support too, but I know it can't get me anywhere. So there are times when I go to school, the only thing I do in school is I will just learn, do everything. But you see, once I step a feet inside the house like this, I have forgotten about school. I'm not doing anything about school again. The only thing I will do to the end of that night is probably market who's going to join my training, or even doing the training itself. So there are times when from 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock, it's the only training I'm doing. So even as I'm leaving school, the only thing I'm going to come and do at home is to come and prepare for my training and come and do it or whatever I need to do. And then when I get to school the next morning, I forget that I ever have a training that I want to do. I focus on whatever I'm going to do in school. So any assignment, I transfer the students to do it in school before I even go. So the idea is the two of them are big priorities, and you have to find a way to manage it, and that's where support comes. There are also delegation, some other things that you don't need to waste your time to do, that other people can do for you. Get them to do it for you. Okay, but all in all, the most important thing I would leave you with is that don't let. Remember, the main thing is your academics, and the reason why you are doing this thing in the first place, going through all those stress, is to make sure that you have a good education. So don't now go and make the money, and then after you have made the money, you are still not able to achieve what you have stressed yourself for. So I hope this helps. And if Mr. Felua would like to add anything to it.
All right. Mr. Felua, is there something you want to share with us, sir?
I just want to buttress on what he said, because it's true. For undergraduates specifically, if you have support, manage your support well, because many people don't tend to forget. What he said is what I'm still fighting on. Whatever grade you get will determine a lot of things that is going to happen to you if you want to pursue some particular scholarship, some particular things in life. Your grade is going to affect it so much. So that's why I always tell people is delegate, like he said. You can use the urgency, importance quadrants, the urgent and important, important and not urgent. There is a quadrant. You can find out. There is no, I'm not having the board right now that showed you how it is, but we can do research about it. And it will help us a lot to be able to undo business and academics very well. Thank you very much, sir.
All right, sir. Thank you so very much, Mr. Abdulateef. Thank you so very much, Mr. Ifeoluwa, for your time and for sharing a very, very, very invaluable information with us. And if you would love to join YALI OGUN, YALI Network OGUN Tasued chapter, please message me on WhatsApp. I have my link in the I have the link to my WhatsApp in the comment section. And this brings us to the end of today's program. On behalf of YALI Network OGUN Tasued chapter, I want to say a very big thank you to all the speakers and the participants for making today impactful. We look forward to seeing you tomorrow for day 2, where we explore more on leadership and community development. Thank you so very much. Have a great evening, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you, everybody. See you tomorrow. And please, I would like to tell you, if you're on the WhatsApp group, we're going to open it up. Please let us know how the session was for you. Just comment your feedback, drop your feedback in the WhatsApp group. Let us know how the session goes for you. Thank you so much. I will look forward to seeing you tomorrow. I'm an amazing moderator, Mr. Felua, Mr. Tyro, everybody. Thank you so much.